Ironheart Season 1 Review. A promising prototype that falls short of full potential. Marvel's Ironheart Season 1 has finally arrived, and while it isn't the next groundbreaking chapter fans may have hoped for, it brings enough emotional weight, cool tech, and bold ideas to deserve a fair shot. Despite its flaws, the show introduces intriguing elements to the MCU and gives Riri Williams a worthy, if imperfect, solo debut. After Dominique Thorne's impressive introduction as Riri Williams in Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, expectations for Ironheart were understandably high. The series promised a successor to Tony Stark's legacy, mixing high-tech brilliance with personal struggle. What Ironheart delivers is a show that sparks with promise, but struggles under the weight of Marvel's familiar Disney Plus pitfalls. At its core, Ironheart shines brightest when exploring Riri's emotional journey. Still grieving the loss of her stepfather and sister, Riri is a brilliant, ambitious young woman trying to balance grief, genius, and the enormous responsibility of carrying Iron Man's torch. Thorne delivers a grounded and emotional performance, giving the series its heart and soul. One of the most fascinating aspects of the show is Riri's creation of Natalie, an AI modeled from her late sister's brain scan. This storyline offers the MCU's freshest take on artificial intelligence, exploring questions about identity, ethics, and the risks of recreating a loved one through technology. The emotional weight of Natalie's presence elevates Ironheart, pushing the MCU's AI discussion into deeper, more personal territory that previous stories like Ultron or Vision never fully addressed. The ethical dilemma of Natalie feels timely, resonating with real-world conversations about AI and its growing role in our lives. These moments, especially in the later episodes, bring unexpected emotional resonance to the show. A particular flashback in Episode 5, revealing how Riri's stepfather Gary's admiration for Tony Stark shaped her ambitions, adds a moving layer to Riri's motivation. However, beyond Riri's personal arc, Ironheart struggles to fully develop its supporting characters and broader plotlines. The show falls into a familiar Disney Plus trap, the restrictive 6-episode format. This structure leaves little room for character dynamics to breathe, or for subplots to properly unfold. As a result, much of the supporting cast and key conflicts feel rushed or underdeveloped. The villain, Parker Robbins, also known as the Hood, offers an exciting mix of magic and technology, an intriguing concept for the MCU, which traditionally keeps those worlds apart. Unfortunately, his backstory and motivations are crammed into the final episodes, robbing the character of the nuance he deserves. Likewise, Ezekiel Stane, introduced with real promise, is left hanging as yet another missed opportunity for a compelling secondary antagonist. Despite these shortcomings, the show isn't without its strengths. The performances largely impress. Dominique Thorne embodies Riri with intelligence and vulnerability, while Alden Ehrenreich and Lyric Ross provide solid support. The show's production values maintain Marvel's expected quality. Visually, Ironheart boasts slick armor designs, cool tech, and well-crafted action sequences that blend hand-to-hand combat with magical showdowns. The CGI is surprisingly solid for a Disney Plus production, with more practical effects used than anticipated. Meanwhile, the soundtrack stands out, enhancing action scenes and emotional beats with flair. Thematically, Ironheart's boldest move is its exploration of technology versus magic, a rarely explored dynamic in the MCU. This clash adds a fresh layer to the story and raises interesting questions about where Marvel may take these ideas in future projects. The magical elements, introduced through Parker Robbins, feel distinctive and provide a welcome departure from the purely tech-based narratives fans might expect from an Iron Man successor. The ending of Ironheart is a mixed bag. While the finale feels rushed, it takes some bold narrative swings that leave room for character growth and future exploration. A particularly strong moment comes when Riri is faced with a morally gray choice, forcing her to question the legacy she's building. The ambiguity of her final decision adds welcome complexity to what could have been a straightforward, predictable ending. That said, the rushed pacing undercuts what could have been a more satisfying climax. Relationships between characters like Riri and Parker, or Parker and his associates, don't get the development they deserve. It's yet another casualty of the series' truncated runtime. This issue isn't new for Marvel's Disney Plus lineup. Like The Falcon and the Winter Soldier and Secret Invasion before it, Ironheart feels like an overextended film chopped into 6 episodes, rather than a fully realized series. Shows like Agatha All Along and Daredevil, Born Again opted for longer seasons, suggesting Marvel is slowly learning, but Ironheart still suffers from the old formula. In the end, Ironheart Season 1 feels like its namesake, a prototype full of potential, with plenty of room for refinement. The emotional core of Riri's grief, the exploration of AI ethics, and the intriguing blend of magic and technology all give the show flashes of brilliance. But inconsistent pacing, underdeveloped villains and rushed character arcs hold it back from becoming something truly special. Is Ironheart worth watching? Absolutely, but with tempered expectations. Approach it not as the polished, fully upgraded successor to Iron Man, but as a promising first draft, with enough bold ideas to deserve a second chance. If Marvel can give this show the breathing room it needs in future seasons, or in Riri's inevitable big-screen appearances, the character of Ironheart might just become one of the MCU's most fascinating new heroes. Thank you for watching.